Well, is this like a prediction or?
Well, I as we are reading, I was actually asking myself some, a number of questions. To begin with, we will expect the, a Tinubu spokesperson to say nothing less than that. And then, but what is important is what the court eventually will say. Well, from what you can see, he appears to be predicting what is to come.
Mm-hmm.
And given the kind of justice system we've been accustomed to for quite a while, he may well be speaking, boastfully from what he knows that will come. But you see, my concern at this point, where we are, is not whether Atiku or Peter Obi wins in the Supreme Court. My major concern is the place of forgery and perjury in Nigerian criminal justice system. My major concern is the fate of politics. What will be the future of politics? Will politics will be something that you simply go grab and run with it?
Okay. You see, yes. the point you're making now, yes. Prof, is yes. actually the point where this particular position, but yesterday was the Supreme Court hearing, yes. the first hearing on this matter. And now, at the night after that postponement or adjournment, as the case may be, Felix Morka comes out to make the spokesperson of the ruling All Progressive Congress. Going back to what you were about saying, during the elections, where grab it, take it, do whatever it takes, yes. and all of that. And somehow, the candidate who was seen doing all of this ended up being declared as by INEC as the president yes. of Nigeria. If you look at the intricacies of all of this playing out right now, before we quickly go into the issue of a certificate forgery, what are we looking at in terms of the future of elections, politics in Nigeria, and the judiciary?
Yes, and that's the point I was actually about making, that, the future of politics, the future of democracy is quite bleak. If you ask me, if what we are doing stands, where we are, if President Tinubu stands, if his victory is upheld by the Supreme Court, there are many, angles to it. Number one, it will mean that politics will become even more Hobbesian, and by this I mean much more like Thomas Hobbes' state of nature, where might makes right, where anything goes, the strong, will have his way. It will mean that we will not have no reason to respect the rules of election, because there are rules that are set aside, rules of engagement in election, in electoral conduct. And all those rules were observed more in their breach during the last election. We saw where governors went about, bullying people, all sorts of things, and then variety results that everybody knows we are not true. But that's besides the point. The real point here is that when we allow this to stay, when we allow this to take hold, it will mean that in the future, all that you need to win an election is to look for ways and means to grab, go for the grab and run with it. And that, in my opinion, signals the death of democracy, because democracy is about consensus building, it's about negotiations, it's about people engaging, politicians engaging people, discussing issues. But where we are headed, if this stands, it will mean that democracy will be dead.